Championship Edition, the last show of the season, TFL Live. Actually, I believe these guys will be filming tomorrow at the championship game, so that'll be fun. Remember, the championship game is at 5810 Blanco Road. Everything is in memory of the young superhero Savannah. You know, our God rest her little soul. We're going to continue to support her and her mother, who's campaigning to stomp out cancer, as well as supporting another family in need. Please come out tomorrow, 4:30. There'll be a balloon release. There'll be all kinds of fun, a DJ, you know, shirts, just all popcorn machine, candy, cotton candy, all kinds of things. So it's going to be
candy.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, you look like So please come out, share this video, or share the. You know, we have a Facebook flyer going around. Please share that because many of the proceeds will be donated to Savannah and her mother's Stomp Out Cancer campaign. With that being said, again, 5810 Blanco Road, 4:30 on a Saturday. The championship game will be a pair of old rivals. It'll be the Tigers, or actually the Horns versus the Tigers, the #1 seed versus the number 3 seed. So this is what we play all season for, right, fellas?
Yep.
So Ruben, what do you think will be kind of the key matchup, and who do you have winning this game?
Tomorrow for the Savannah Bowl championship game, I have, no surprise for me, it'd be the Tigers winning, just based off of season record, postseason record. You know, for the most part, yeah, y'all have had some mistakes. Y'all seem to correct that, like you mentioned in our other shows. Very organized, very disciplined. Team has been together for a while. Victories all across the board. Haven't been flawless, haven't been pretty, but in this game, a win's a win.
Right.
I think y'all's best matchup, and definitely the players that we will still continue to talk about, for me, that y'all need to watch for, is definitely Troy, probably the #1 weapon. And offensive-wise, I need to watch is definitely the Beastman himself, number 26, because he's coming. Yeah. So, but good luck to both teams, and I definitely have the W going to the Tigers. No disrespect, Horns, and I hope y'all play an excellent game tomorrow as well.
Yeah, it's a good little analysis there. 26 is definitely a beast and someone to be reckoned with, and then Troy is as well. Joshin, who do you think is going to be the biggest, since he kind of brought up the biggest factor for the Horns, and he has the Horns winning, excuse me, the Tigers winning, but he has, you know, the Horns, who we have to control in order to win. Who do you think the Horns have to control in order for them to win? Not saying who you pick to win, give me that at the end, but who do you think the Horns have to worry about from the Tigers?
Offensive-wise, I would have to go with Richard, just because he's a running quarterback. I mean, they faced a couple running quarterbacks, but none quite like with the athleticism of Richard. Like, every quarterback in the league tries to run, but not all of them have the ability to run, if that makes sense to you. Right. He may not throw the ball as much, or he hasn't thrown the ball as much, but he gets the passes there when he needs to. Right. And y'all have the receiving core in order to make those plays when needed.
Okay, so Richard.
Because there was, I mean, the last time y'all played, it wasn't a perfect game. There was a lot of drop passes. Yeah. Missed touchdowns. Like, it's like stuff that y'all really need to capitalize on at the right time. Defensive wise, they have to watch. I would say the DB set. Like, I have a great set of rushers, but to me, the DB set is what keeps it together, because that's what helps the rushers get as many sacks as possible. Like, the rushers get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but usually, because that's usually how it is. But in reverse, I feel like the DBs are shutting down the receivers to where the quarterback has to, like, scramble so much, and he runs into the line most of the time. Like, this is a scrambling league. You have to get out of the pocket sometimes. Right. And if you can't avoid, like, the long arms events, you're not going to get very far anyway.
Shout out to the highlight. I know the past couple of years had some big games, kind of shutting down, so to speak. L, and then Alaric, then 6-man, he shadowed L. So you think the Horns need to definitely worry about Richard and on their defense, and on their offense, you know, you're giving credit to the receiving core. Excuse me, the cornerback core, which doesn't surprise me because you're on the back end, the cornerback or safety also.
I mean, it's always the DB.
Yeah, definitely. Always get the credit. But key is also getting that pressure on Mark. I think he's a great quarterback. Probably one of the, I think, top 2 quarterbacks, top 3 quarterbacks in the league. He can make plays. He has a great arm. He can scramble just enough. Last week he ran some draws up the middle. That was kind of surprising to me. But he was just kind of taking what the defense was giving him. So we definitely have to be aware of that. Him running more than ever. But I think our key is to get pressure on the quarterback and obviously to block number 26.
26.
26 is a monster. Much respect to him. He's kind of a very angry man on the field.
Very angry.
Very angry. So, who do you have winning this game?
Man, it's if it's anything like the first one, it's gonna be a great game. And then the Longhorns show they can play tough games when needed. They came out to beat to me, the favorite Titans, who haven't had the best year, but they got, y'all picked right. But record-wise, the Titans did only, how many losses did they have? 1?
2.
And one of them was to the Horns.
Yeah, they lost to the Horns and to the Tigers.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Tigers, but in a close one. Because I feel like it's not going to be one of those high score. It's going to be one of those tough, gritty games like I had.
Like the first game, so 6 to 8.
No, not
I think it'll
that was mostly mistakes.
I think it'll be 28-26 Tigers winning, or possibly even 28-21 Tigers winning. It's going to be a super close game, but there'll definitely be points put up by each team.
Yeah, I mean, the Horns have a very explosive offense. They've added some, other than Troy, Little E, they added number 2. So he's a very solid number 3 receiver. You know, he can.
And sometimes he can play running back.
Yeah, he can play running back. He could.
Well, I heard Malcolm Brown's cousin playing running back too, right? Number 27. He's a little big boy. Kind of look like 26's little brother. He's kind of like a running back. Right?
I'm not sure. 27. I don't know.
Oh,
the 27. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, he did pretty good. Like, he did
I don't know who he's related to, but he's the running back. I think what's very underrated on the Horns is the offensive line also. I think what makes us successful is our offensive line, and they have I think we have the best offensive line. I'm pretty biased, but I think they probably have the second, maybe them and the Titans. They have a very good offensive line, so you know they may have a lot of the Horns have a lot of big plays, and we have to shut those plays down and make them sustain drives. When they get those big plays, they get that emotion going. When they get that emotion going, they're a completely different beast. So we have to make sure that we come out fired up and don't allow that emotion to get rolling. Much to what we did against you guys, we kind of got up early and then just kind of kept going and just continued steady. Didn't play a perfect game the rest of the way, but we came out well, and that was real key for us. So you said you had the. You didn't say. Did you say?
No, you didn't even say. You just.
I said it'd be a close game, but the Tigers are gonna win, and I mean I can't
say that.
I don't want to. I said that already.
Oh, well,
it's a little rough.
No,
a little rough out here.
No.
Yeah, I mean the first game was 6 to 8, so I remember 2012 we played them and it was a classic, 38 to 41. We won in overtime on the last play. Kelly threw just a dime, 30-yard kind of fade to Rudy. Shout out to Rudy. So they're definitely out for revenge. I know kind of their theme is it's our time, and they're definitely a team that is capable of taking down Duville Nation. They've been the closest to doing it, and so we'll see what happens. I'm very, very excited. Very honored to be playing our 4th consecutive championship game, and I think it's going to be great to play our rivals, the Horns. Two teams that we I think really respect each other. So it's going to be a clean game. It's going to be a fun game.
Respect.
A lot of respect. Definitely.
There will be no boxing on the field.
There will be no boxing on the field.
26.
I don't like that.
Unless
start throwing hands. This is the last game, right?
Shout out to Ariel and the Horns tomorrow, and good luck to Mark. And
good luck to both
of
those teams. It's gonna be a good game.
Appreciate it. So again, that wraps up our championship preview. Don't forget to come out 5810 Blanco Road tomorrow and honor Princess Savannah. God rest her soul. Again, Stomp Out Cancer campaign. We're going to try to raise money. We're going to have a bake sale. I also didn't mention that. Bake sale, balloon release. There you go. Popcorn, all kinds of stuff. So please come out, support a great cause. Come see some great football between two great teams. Next segment here we're going to get into is the much anticipated Superman Awards. So stay tuned. You can give a shout out to a lot of people here. So we'll see you in the next segment.